Hey, how you doing? So for the first release, what we're going to start with is what's called a sternocleidomastoid muscle. It's the one that actually starts here at the back of the skull and it wraps around the front of our neck and ends up attaching here to our clavicle and to top rib. So what we want to do is, so normally we would use a dowel for this, and we can put pressure with the dowel onto that, but this one is actually one that's easy enough that we don't actually need the stick for at all. We can actually just use our hand to find this band. It comes down here and you'll feel it. It's like a thick band that starts here behind the ear, attaches to the skull and comes all the way down the front. And this muscle generally can get tight through a lot of movement where we're in like a push-up or a plank position, and when we're in that position for quite a while, the head needs to be supported by this muscle, so it can get quite tight. And when this muscle gets tight, what it does is it pulls our head forward, takes our head into this position anterior to our spine, and creates this misalignment that we've talked about in other videos, the 3-point support that is so important, that our head is in our neutral position, that our scapulars are nice and retracted, and that our hips are stacked underneath us through our TA engagement. So to release this muscle, what we're going to do is we're just going to find this band, and we can actually just use 2 fingers to start basically releasing over the fascia by rubbing, kind of like massaging back and forth. So the band comes down this way and we want to create a friction going back and forth this way over it. So what we can do is just release through there gently, and make sure when we do this that we stay nice and relaxed so our head is in a neutral position, so we're not putting excess strain onto it as we release through that entire muscle. And we can feel it. You can feel it when you put pressure on it, that it can actually be quite tender. So be gentle, but again, be relaxed through the muscle as you release through all the way down to where it attaches to the clavicle. Now it is a little bit uncomfortable. Like any muscle, when we release it first, we can feel quite a lot of tension in it. It might shoot a bit of a nerve spike feeling into the back of the skull, and that's normal and that's okay. But just be gentle with yourself. Make sure that you don't have any tension through that muscle as you're releasing. The other way that you can make sure that you don't have any tension through it is to lie down on your back, be completely relaxed through the front of your head, let your head totally rest on the ground, and then get into it as you massage through this sternoid region. So that's a really important muscle to release, one that we don't commonly think of, but that's our first emanation point of where we're going to start our release. So have a go at that, a few minutes, just getting through that sternoid region on both sides. Good luck.